We acknowledge the traditional custodians of the land on which we record this podcast, the Wurundjeri people of the Kulin Nation. We pay respect to elders past, present and emerging. And our podcast is supported by Lovehoney! It's a perfect match.
Now, I thought we were the leaders in sexual happiness.
Oh no, it's Lovehoney.
But it turns out it's Lovehoney.
Yeah.
And you will be getting some spicy recommendations throughout the show.
Best recommendations. Spicy recommendations are the best recommendations.
But stay tuned.
Fuck parental guidance. This shit is MA 15 plus.
And it's with Maggie and Alex.
Can you believe that this is the last episode of season 1 of MA 15 plus?
I am like, this is wild. It's
I
wild.
hate-
We've done
yeah.
a full season of a podcast.
Success.
And if you're listening, thanks for sticking around.
Please stick around.
For season 2, because there will be a season 2.
There will be a season 2. I hate using the word journey because it reminds me of The Bachelor, but
I'm not going to give you a rose, babe. Don't worry.
oh, I'm done with roses. But
Can you actually, like, when someone gives you a rose now, I think you said, like, I can't stand roses
no,
now.
I don't. I
hated
don't
it.
accept roses.
I do not accept it.
No, I despise a rose. They're not my favourite flower.
But it has been a journey.
It has been a journey. You and I have taken this on. You have 2 children. You have a family.
You have, like, 2.5.
I have 2.5. Pregnant, life, and we took a chance. And I am so proud of us.
Standing outside of our comfort levels, doing something, because I don't like doing things that I haven't done before.
Yes.
Because it's that thing of like, what if I'm not good at it? And so this really, I had a lot of like internal dialogue before we started recording, and it was very loud, and it was like, you won't be good at this. You will not succeed. What is success? All of those thoughts. But we've just.
But you know what? Like, we've given it a go.
Yeah, exactly.
Like the biggest thing that I am so proud of is that despite all of our other stuff that we have going on, we backed ourselves, we backed each other, we believed in us and what we could do, and
we stepped into the arena.
we stepped into the arena and we gave it a fucking red hot crack. And fucking go us. Seriously.
Go anyone that actually takes a chance.
Take a chance. I think that's like the biggest thing. I think people, it's just sometimes you need that little nudge to just dive in headfirst into something.
What's funny is that I really had in the back of my mind that when you had children, it was the end of the road.
Yeah.
I really held that belief. And I think it came from society, but I think it also came from my mum. My mum lost herself a lot when she had kids, and it was like she put her all into her family, but there was nothing left for her, and
so
that
she
was
kind
a
of
huge
lost her identity.
Yeah, and so I think that was kind of like one of the things that I internalized, and it's just kind of ironic that everything incredible that's happened to me for me has been after I've become a mum. And I think that has a lot to do with the fact that it's because I'm a mum that I actually started to do the work.
My self-discovery started after I had children.
Yeah.
My self-discovery, my growth, my looking in really started after I had my children.
Yeah. And I think I always thought that it would be a negative that kids would change me. Like, I don't want my kids to change me.
Yes.
I want to be the same person.
No, you don't.
No, you really don't. You really, really don't. And I am the best thing to ever happen to me in so many ways is becoming a mum. And that was one part of motherhood that I didn't see coming.
And I think what's been so great about us doing this podcast together is having these conversations,
Mm.
is starting dialogues for other people, other women to, provoke a thought.
Absolutely.
And that's what I have loved about this.
I've just had a good fucking time as well.
Bring on season 2, baby. Recommendation of the week.
Naughty or nice?
Mine's naughty. What's
Oh,
yours?
I've got a naughty too.
Oh my God, we're ending
on a
the
naughty
season
note.
On a naughty note, because we're naughty girls. So my recommendation is for the vulva owners with a hooded clitoris.
I actually had to Google what that looked like because I didn't know if I had a hooded clitoris or not. I'm unhooded. I don't have a hooded one.
Okay, so
but you do.
Yeah, so for those who are listening, a hooded clitoris is your clitoris is not exposed and you can't see it. It's
On the outside.
On the outside.
Mm.
Mine is hooded. It's got a little piece of flesh that covers it. And to actually see it, you have to kind of pull up on the flesh to expose it. So I was constantly getting frustrated with very average oral sex. And I couldn't feel the sensations I felt that I was meant to be feeling during oral sex. But when I would masturbate, I found myself, I wish I could really show a demonstration, but that would be NQR. What I do is I pull up from where the hood is up onto my pubic bone.
So you're pulling kind of the skin of the vulva apart and up.
Gently, apart and up.
Kind of like the flaps apart and up.
Yeah, but up towards my pubic bone.
Yeah, I do that too.
And I'm applying just a slight bit of pressure.
Yes.
This is what I do when I masturbate. And I'm exposing my clitoris more. And so then I will start then massaging my clitoris. So then I was like, hang on, I should start doing this when I receive oral.
Did it make a difference?
Oh my God. So then I started explaining, when you go down on me, can you just gently with your 4 fingers push up onto my hood and up onto my pubic bone to expose my clitoris. And that actually then brings me to a climax because I wasn't able to climax from oral sex.
Right.
Because the sensations just
wasn't
there.
there.
It just wasn't there. So I would be they would be going down on me and I would be stimulating my clitoris at the same time and their tongues would be it was a bit, there was a lot going on. But once I figured that out, game changer.
I also think it's because how the clitoris, what it looks like.
It looks like a wishbone.
Yeah.
So the clitoris actually isn't
most of it is inside. Most of
Yeah.
it you can't see.
Yeah, so it's actually it's got legs that come down like a wishbone.
Yeah, and I think that's why, because I find that if I push myself apart
And up
and
put-
up,
yeah.
the sensation is tenfold.
It is. It's next level.
It's so good.
So that is my recommendation.
That is a very good
If you have
recommendation.
a hooded clitoris, lift up onto the pubic bone.
And if you don't, still lift for me even,
Yeah.
because I don't have a hooded clitoris, just apart
Yeah.
so that you can get to the legs of the clitoris.
Which is down into the labia.
Yeah. Oh, I love that.
Mm.
My recommendation is something that we've been experimenting with, edging.
Oh, I love edging.
Right? So for those that don't know, edging is getting yourself to a point just before that climax and stopping.
Yes.
You just stop.
Yes. And then you go again.
Yeah. And when you go again, the eruption
The intensity.
is insane.
You were saying that you can squirt from.
Yeah, so I didn't realize I was a squirter, and then Brad.
I'm a dribbler. I'm a dribbler. I haven't been able to master the squirting yet, so I will dribble in the interim.
But when we do edging, the distance of the squirtation is,
Tell me, can you like give me like a scent, like a?
I would say, a good meter. I would say a
I
good meter.
I know, like can't be in the room.
Like,
but I need to
if I'm lying on the bed, we've got like a double bed.
Yes.
So double bed size.
Yes.
And my head's up one end of the bed, and my vulva's kind of maybe in the middle.
Yeah, coming towards middle.
Yeah, middle. I can get
Towards the end.
Of the bed.
So do you see it literally shoot
Yes.
out and then
Yes, to the point where
is so
sometimes
fucking
we'll put down a towel, and the towel we maybe just put it underneath my bum. It misses the towel.
I would want to lay out a coloured towel purely to see the distance.
Well, like,
Because, like, if you have a white towel, it's like you can't really see. But I would like be wanting like a dark towel so I can be like get the tape measure out. Oh, we got this. We got it to here, baby. This is where we got.
Well,
to.
that's why I got a squirt blanket,
Yes.
because the towels weren't
Well,
doing. But edging, it's really frustrating, but it is
I know, but it creates this like
sensation. Tension. I think that's it.
creates this
And you have to
tension that
breathe
is, like,
through it.
Next level. I also recommend a squirt blanket for having sex on your period.
Oh,
So they're actually like fantastic for if you are someone that likes to have intercourse when you have your period. It's like it eliminates the stress of like, oh, am I going to mess up the sheets? Am I going to mess up the bed? Blah, blah,
Yeah.
blah, blah. It's because that's like can be a bit like messy for period sex because I am pro period sex.
hormonally, I am not.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we haven't done that because I'm not really a nice person.
I'm a horny person when I have my period.
Oh, really?
I am so horny. Like when I have my period, I am like, when I'm ovulating and when I have my period, I am like a ravenous beast.
Feed me. I can
Feed me your dick.
I can just see your like your vulva being like, feed me. Feed me. I feel like it would have a nicer sounding voice than that, actually.
I've got a hungry vulva, ladies and gentlemen. Where's Maggie?
Sorry I'm late.
Oh.
Just in my crotchless body stocking from Lovehoney.
Oh my God.
Isn't she beautiful? Did you know that crotchless body stockings existed?
That's fun.
I know.
Talk me through this situation.
Well, so first of all, I was postpartum and I was still kind of like getting to know my body.
yeah.
And I really wanted to enjoy myself in the bedroom, but that kind of being a little bit shy about the different places in my body that I wasn't used to yet.
So you want something that would like empower you?
Absolutely. So went on to Lovehoney and I bought myself a body stocking and I have not looked back. This is so fun. I feel sexy.
It's sexy as
and I don't need to take it off for him to get where he needs to go.
No, there's a full crotchless situation there.
Exactly.
But we
Crotchless
also
body
like
stocking.
Maggie has like a crop top and shorts on underneath.
Yes.
Right now, obviously, because that would be hectic. But I am visualizing you naked underneath.
Yes, I was. So this
And
one
it would
like,
be beautiful.
It is, and it just kind of it made me feel sexy.
And can you move
empowered
in it
me.
really well?
Oh,
Like,
and
is it
that's-
stretchy?
It is so stretchy.
Can I just have a?
It's
oh my god, it is
so
so
stretchy.
stretchy. That would be so comfortable.
It is because it's like it's really nice. It's a really nice feel on my body. It's a halter neck. So
Also, it has like the feet are fully enclosed, so you could actually pair it with a sexy heel as well.
oh, if you wanted to wear this out with like a blazer and like a short skirt or something,
and then when you get home, you're just like,
I don't know if you've got that fantasy of like someone like, you know, you getting home and then like clothes are going off and everywhere, but then like you actually try and do that. And when you try and get your clothes off, it's
Yeah.
really difficult. Well,
it's not like the movies.
this is the best of both worlds because
Yeah.
you can get the top layers off and then you can just spread your legs and be like, I'm crotchless and I'm ready for you.
I love that.
I love it too.
Did you feel like just a fucking goddess?
I honestly, even in it now, I'm like, I feel like
because
I'm a
it's
different
very
person.
powerful.
It is. It is. If you are someone that wants to explore a crotchless body stocking, head to Lovehoney because honestly, you will not regret it.
I'm getting.
Okay, so I have something that I have been struggling with that I want to unpack with you.
Okay.
I want to unpack it with all of you because I feel like I wouldn't be alone in these feels. So I'm really struggling with gender roles in my household. So when we had Max,
Wait, when you say gender roles, what do you mean by that?
I feel like I'm literally just a housewife.
Okay.
I feel like I am mother and housewife.
Like 1950s style, you've kind of gone back there.
Yeah, I feel like it's just gone a bit backwards.
Okay.
When
You're doing a lot of the domestic stuff.
yes. And it just doesn't sit very well with me. When Carson and I had Max, I feel like everything was so shared. So
50-50.
yeah, so we were just this incredible team who we picked up the slack of each other.
Mm-hmm.
So he would do the cooking, he would do the cleaning. Sometimes I would if I had the energy. He would do the laundry. Like it was just like because he was around a lot more. He had more time. Lately, I think for the last probably like 6 to 10 months, work for him has been crazy.
Outside of the house.
Outside of the house.
Yeah.
We have taken on projects probably at the worst possible time. So things have just been absolutely chaotic. So I am literally, from the moment I wake up, from the moment my eyes open and Max wakes up.
From the moment I wake up.
Literally.
Sorry. Yeah.
That was good though.
I think I was a little bit off key. But yeah.
Oh, just you wait for me to come in. I am about to come in with something that is going to be red hot. Anyway, so from the moment I open my eyes, I am literally in mum mode and I'm doing all of the duties.
Domesticated life.
The domestic duties. Carson has been getting home at like 5:30, 6:30, sometimes 7.
Mm-hmm.
And that, like, you know, at that time, it's like, well, we're all ready to eat at 6. So
Yeah.
I have to prepare dinner. I have to get it ready because I actually can't eat past 7.
Yeah.
Because I can't wait for him to come home to cook. Because he would happily come home and cook.
But it's just not viable right now.
No, because I'm ready to go to bed at
Yeah.
like 8. So at the moment, I just feel like I feel like all I am is just like mother and wife, and I'm losing a bit of Alex. And I really I struggle with that. And, you know, Carson and I have spoken about it, and we talk about it being like this moment in time. Like it's just this moment in time that will pass because, you know, he has his role of he has to go to work and he has to fulfill his jobs.
Yeah.
And
that is what financially sustains
Yes,
your family at this point in time.
Correct. And I'm raising our children. That is our roles. I am raising our children. He is going to work. He is providing for us financially.
Did you ever envisage yourself in this role?
No.
Do you think it's because right now you don't have, like you just said, I'm losing Alex? Are you making time for yourself every day where you're doing something for you? Not for your children, not for the house, for you.
Yeah, my thing is like I will sit down and I'll listen to a podcast I like, or I'll sit down and do some writing, or I work on our podcast. Like I do some research for our podcast. But I just still feel like
it's not.
Yeah, just the.
Do you feel like it's not enough, or do you not like fulfilling that role?
I love raising my children. I love being their mum, but I don't like the feeling of that's all I am. Like that's what I've been feeling like lately. Like there's got to be more kind of thing.
That's really hard. I think
because like how do you feel about your dynamic with Brad?
It's better now. It's
Mm.
better now that like I'm working and the kids are in like daycare and kinder. Before then though, because that's the other thing. At this present time, Max isn't in care.
No, so
So he's with you.
well, and so we had a huge kerfuffle with that. So he was actually like going into childcare, and then that childcare was like, no, we're no longer. So he's had to go on
A wait list.
a wait list again.
So when Noah wasn't in care and I was full-time mum, and full-time mumming whilst trying to organise my work life around Brad's work, around
Because that's
the
what
children.
I'm doing right now, and it's a nightmare.
I find that really difficult. Like that was a lot of resentment, a lot of tension, because I had to get to a stage where I realised that when I try and mum at the same time as be Maggie, it doesn't work for anybody.
It clashes.
It clashes. So I really had to look at my life as a pie chart and go, when I'm mumming, I'm not thinking about work. Like when I'm with my kids on a Tuesday.
So you compartmentalized.
I had to, because it did, when there was overlap, it was not working. But when Noah wasn't in care, I was having to do my work on either the weekends
Tuesday or
when she was asleep, and you know
when
what
she
it's
wasn't
like.
in care.
No, when
you were saying-
when she wasn't in care, it was like my life had to revolve around my
Around,
husband's life and my kids, and his didn't,
yes,
because
and that's
when
where the resentment starts.
yeah, because when the
to come
kids are
in.
sick, my work got put on the back burner. He still went to work. And that was a cause of frustration, because then I felt like, well, hang on, where do I fit in? Because your job is just important as my job.
It's so funny how resentment comes out in you. So like I just thought of something when we actually had sunshine. Carson finished work and it was a hot day, and he rang me when he was on his way back, and I go, oh, what are you doing? Because I think it was already like 6:45 or something,
Yeah.
6:30. And I go, oh, what are you doing? What time will you be home? He goes, oh, I just went for a quick swim at the lake. And I got like the,
We would have to
Like,
schedule
I
that
twitch.
shit in 3
I
weeks in
twitch.
advance.
yeah, and I go, oh, lucky you.
Mm.
That sounds lovely. He goes, oh, have I done something wrong? No, see you soon for dinner. Love you. Bye.
I'll pop it in the oven for you. Yeah, no, it's really hard. It's really hard, because like their job is important. If
It
they're
is so
financially supporting the family, that is a really important job. And I will not sit here and say I know how hard that is, because I do not.
No.
But I also want a gold star, because my life's harder. But I also want to work on our problems, so I need to let go of it.
Let's get a star chart. Okay. So you and I, we had a deal. We had a deal a few eps back. We spoke about how you had a horrendous song.
Oh, I don't know if we'd say horrendous. I think that's harsh.
Look, it's a shocker.
I mean, it's not a banger, but
It's not a banger, and it is a shocker. It was terrible. I think you are slowly realizing that too, and it is driving a dagger into your heart.
every time I listen to it, it just gets a little worse. It just gets a little worse, and I think to myself, why did you think that paying someone to write a love song about you and Brad for $200 USD was going to be a positive experience? And I just had hope. And I think that's the thing. I think the world needs a little more hope. But when you have it and it shatters on a saxophone song, it's a lot.
It needs to be burnt with fire. I just want you to play I just want you to play a little snippet of the song, and then
to remind everyone of how it is.
Yes, because they need to hear your song, and then I'm going to perform my song.
I actually haven't heard your song, so I'm actually really excited for that. But here's my... Here it is. Okay, hang on, wait. Wait.
Like even the saxophone.
No, wait, hang on. Let's get to the good part.
Oh, mate. Like, come on.
Do you know what the worst part is? The worst part's the start.
Everything. There's no worst part, start, finish, middle. The whole thing is terrible.
The worst part is when he's singing in first person and he's like, I went to on a holiday with a girlfriend, and I'm like,
But you didn't.
No, no, you didn't, babe. Like, it was me. Like,
Okay, well,
but you thought you could do better.
DJ Naish, Wiki, Nate Dogg. I need a stage name. Nate Dogg.
Nate Dogg. I think there's already a Nate Dogg because that was in that.
I think he's
two for the one, with the one to the three.
I think he's passed. Rest his soul.
Oh.
Okay.
Naish. DJ Naishy Naish.
Naish with the fat beats. Is that what they say?
I don't know, but I don't. I wouldn't.
Well, here goes.
Okay, here we go.
There is a Mecca voucher on the line. There is a Mecca voucher on the line.
I'm ready to be serenaded by Brad and Mine's love song.
Oh, yeah. Oh. It's the story of Brad and Maggie, but it's not just them, it's Noah and Jaggy. Yogi's there in his own way. It's a house full of fun, chaos and play. They grew up nearby but never met. It's a small place, this world, and it took a jet. An airport, an encounter that would change their lives. But if you make Maggie stay out past 7, she's bringing out the fucking knives. Breakfast dates, lovers and soulmates. While Brad was selling flooring, it was nothing but boring. She's got the voice that will make you pay. It's the voice that will cheer the loudest after your best fucking lay. Now it's bride and groom. There's like, life's too short for a broom. That part fucking sucks. I'm really sorry about that. It's the peninsula fucking Maggie and Brad, brah. Oh, yeah. You feel it? Oh.
Oh, God. Megan, stop. I feel like my ears just got attacked.
Look, there was a line in that I couldn't say because I couldn't even get it out, but... And now it's up to the people. Is it the saxophone guy that's talking about Darwin Airport? Or is it me who's spitting rhymes?
I thank you so much for that. I think it deserves a Mecca voucher for the
effort?
time. Yeah, the effort. It's definitely a participation award Mecca voucher. There was
actually that you called it a participation award.
The lyrics though, they were actually funny because I do not like going to dinner past 7. I did love that, Brad's doing flooring and it's not boring.
So you could appreciate.
I did. I think the bones of that were probably better than...
What about my little, rap noises? Like, oh, yeah. Mm. And I could have done a little bit more, stank face.
No. I think if we pop that to the side... The bones were there. I just don't think that it was probably delivered or produced as well as saxophone Darwin Airport.
Well, look, I don't have a fucking team, a production team to write a song. But with what I had.
But I appreciate
with what I had.
But I would really like to see if people, which one they choose. But I will definitely, there is definitely a Mecca voucher up for grabs there. So I appreciate. I will send that to Brad and see if his reaction is the same as his saxophone reaction.
I would love it if Brad was like that. You know what? That one needs to go on Spotify. I will pay the $49.95 for that
to go on
to go on Spotify. Well, that's it, folks.
That is it.
That is
the
all
end.
she wrote.
That is really all you wrote.
That is actually all I wrote. That's done. Can't believe it. What a season.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for your love, support, your ears.
Your votes when it was voted correctly.
We love you.
We
love
really,
you so
really
much.
do. And we will be back soon.
Bye for now.
You were warned. But thanks for listening to MA15 Plus.
Now you can send your burning questions to hello@ma15plus.au.
We want to hear from you, so please subscribe and leave a review wherever you listen to this podcast.
Maggie, did you know the longest relationship I have ever had is actually with Lovehoney?
I mean, no, but it makes sense to me.
Now, if you want to check out our spicy recommendations, please go to the show notes.
Yes, or any products that we have recommended, they will be at lovehoney.com.au/MA15PLUS. You can thank us later because you will be buzzing, you will be wet, it will be wild.
You'll just be a very, very, very happy person.
And happiness is what we're about.
And maybe you'll find a long-term relationship like me.